Okay, so now we're moving on to part two. We've got our embed code from Ustream. Now we want to go into our D2L, into one of our courses. I'm right now at the home page of one of my courses, and what I want to do now is go to Edit Course. This is where I'm going to be able to create the widget and then later on add the widget onto my course homepage. So here we are. Let's go down to Widgets. And what we want to do is create new widget. And we can enter in the properties here. So I'm going to call it my Ustream live feed. I can add a description if I want. And then I'm going to click Save. Let's move on to Customize. Here you can do, what this is going to look like in terms of the widget box itself, the title bar settings, all that kind of stuff. You can choose to edit this. I'm going to leave it as default right now, but just to let you know, you do have that ability to do that. The release conditions. Now again, this is going to be depending upon how you envision in using this widget. If you want to attach a creating condition as to when this widget will appear on your course homepage, that's completely up to you. Leaving it with no conditions will just have it planted up there as soon as it's created and added to your homepage, course homepage. So let's move on to content, and this is where we start looking at embedding the code. And you'll have a couple of tabs there, basic and advanced. Either one will do. What we want to do is click on something that looks like this. It says Insert Stuff. If I'm on the Advanced tab, you can see it's down here. Same thing. Click on that. And you have a number of options here. Entering a URL, YouTube, Flickr, but this is the one I want. Enter Embed Code. So click on that. And that code now that we took from Ustream is where we are now going to paste it. So what I'm going to do is right click and click paste. There it is. I'm going to click next. And it might say content is blocked depending on the web browser that you are using. I'm going to say allow. Right now I'm currently using Google Chrome. And depending on if you're using Explorer or Firefox, you may or may not have that same warning pop up. So here it is. It's done. It seems to be up and running. I'm off air right now because I'm not actually broadcasting, so that looks pretty good. Click Insert. And there it is. I'm happy with that. Click Save one last time to make sure everything is done. And then we can go back to my home page. So let's take a look. We're going to go and use the one that we're currently on right now, the active one. And what I want to do is take a look at the content and layout. And here we see the widgets. Now, depending on where you want to add your widget, just click on the appropriate window or frame and find that Add Widget. So if I really wanted to, I could go ahead into the footer and say, hey, I want to add a widget to the footer. That will open up this box, and go ahead and find that Ustream video channel. And I forgot what I named it actually. There it is, my Ustream live feed. I can click on that, check it off, click Save, and you'll see it there loading it up. That should do it. And if you want to, go back to your course home and down at the footer, there it is, my Ustream live feed. That's it, the two-step process. Pretty straightforward, and it does really open up a lot of doors for you in terms of other types of Web 2.0 apps that you can embed. It really is the same type of process, and you're off to the races. Good luck.